Good morning. It's Wednesday, February 22nd. A recent series of stories about failings in the seafood industry make me think that, in fact, the seafood industry has really become an excellent partner in social responsibility. I think the way the industry is responding to these allegations of potential abuse in New Zealand is a fine example. First of all, there's absolutely an admission that we're responsible to have social audits for how we handle our products, and there's also a need for follow-up. I mean, Sanford, for example, has had 100% observer coverage, and the question is, well, okay, is this observer coverage sufficient, or is there a problem that has to be resolved further? Perhaps these labor contractors have to be audited, and perhaps there has to be a mechanism to make sure that foreign crews get the pay that they have coming to them. All of this speaks very highly of the industry, and it reminds me of some other things that have come up recently where I've been struck by the forcefulness and appropriateness of the industry's response. For example, Cumbrian seafood really ran into a disaster in the UK when they began commingling non-certified shrimp with certified shrimp. The reaction to that has just been horrifically painful for Cumbrian. It's thrown their whole situation into disarray. And what it showed me was the strength and the commitment that global aquaculture, BAP, and the retailers and other suppliers have to maintaining the integrity of their systems. Another example is the industry-led effort to increase the minimum size of crab throughout Southeast Asia by engaging in sort of a buyer's cooperative that is working with the local governments and the local fishing organizations to improve this. Or you can look at the global tuna industry, which is now leading the way on tuna conservation. So when this problem erupted in New Zealand, I think it shows that the industry is really able to solve this type of thing. We can take on issues like unscrupulous crew practices and so forth, and there's no reason to think that, oh, we're going to get a black eye. There's always going to be abuses. What's actually impressing me is the transparency and strength and quickness of the industry in responding to these things. In fact, I would say that the real driver of both better corporate responsibility, environmental responsibility, and social progress right now rests within the industry rather than with the NGOs that are sitting outside. We've internalized a lot of these issues, and we have the power to correct them and do something about it, which we're exercising. I think that's a fine situation. In Lexington, Mass., this is John Sackton.